Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. You know, you could have been just about any place else. Let me see. I kind of think you could have been at, hey guys, Claire here. Or maybe, hello, Ivy here. Or, that woman. Um, There's so many other places you could have been, but you all decided to hang out here, and I really do appreciate it. Let's see, Joy Amore, thank you for being first, and Connie Bomber. You know, Connie, I just put the little magnet on the refrigerator. I don't know what took so long, but I just put my magnet on the refrigerator. That is the cutest thing. That is the cutest thing. You and Rohini. Rohini and the little drummer. And now this is my other favorite. Love it. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Let me see. Mama Jane, thank you so much for being here. And the slides are up, so I think we're good to go. We are good to go. How's that for a thumbnail? You know, I make these myself. I don't use a program or anything. I'm just cutting and pasting and this and that. And this is kind of like a 3D effect where it looks like they're just coming out of the photo at you. Let me see here. Daffodils, thank you so much for being here. Elaine Parker, thank you very much. Mad World, Maggie, um, Sharon Skinner, thank you so much for being here. Janice Goodrich, Peach Rose, love it. Helen Marmon. Okay, very good. All right, so not much of a crowd today, but that's okay. We're going to get started anyway. I'm not going to keep you all waiting. How about that? How about that? From the east to the west, what is that cheer that oh, Duchess of oh gosh, what does she call herself? Duchess of something something. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of that cheer that she would do from the east to the west and something something the best. But yeah, so no matter what part of the world you're from or which direction you're traveling, Harry and Meghan are the most popular royals, bar none. And also, I'm going to just say the most influential couple in the world today. The most influential couple. Oh, thank you very much, Elaine Parker, for the super sticker. And thank you, as always, for watching Royal Sussex. Ah, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, I know what I forgot to do. That's what I forgot to do. Got to send a thing over. Oh, I did that already. You know what? I am so efficient today that I cannot believe that I've done everything that I was supposed to do. Yeah, got it all covered. Wow, that is frightening. You know, sometimes I say to myself, I'm alone, I'm unmedicated. What could possibly go wrong? Me being unsupervised and unmedicated, what could possibly go wrong? Well, a lot. A lot, probably. But I digress. Anyway, let's keep it moving, shall we? Because I got a few things to cover today. But yeah, I didn't put this together myself. One of the squatties put this together, but it's really cool because I love the map as a backdrop, and then of course I put this other Earth thing behind it, you know, to try to stay with that flavor. But I tell you, some of the squad can be so flipping creative. I love it. I love it. I love creative people. Yes, I do. All right. Um, Hi, Rodney Jackson, Sharon Chung. And check this out. Meghan Markle set to avoid attacks on royal family as Duchess weighs up decision. Um, she's not thinking about you all. But what I do love is that they have this very serene image of her. And I don't know if you noticed this, but they have it kind of set up where it looks like those two misfits are cutting their eyes at them. Um, totally different occasions, different continents, but kind of clever the way they did that. But you know what? Our girl looks absolutely beautiful, and whoever is slicking back that bun, um, I tell you, that is a very, very good technique. No end sticking up, nothing. That is technique, is what you're seeing right there. Um, I think if more women could get their hair to look that silky and luscious and laying flat like that, I think there would be more women wearing their hair up. But until then, Heather Stroud, thank you so much for being here. And Diane Hawkins, good to see you. So here is a leftover image from the um, product launch the other day. It was a bit dark, so I excuse me. So I tried to lighten it a bit. So if you go from right to left, that is what I was able to achieve, was just to raise the tone up a bit so you could see their facial expressions and everything. But still looks so. It's not the best quality because the light is low. I don't think they used the flash, and so the image is rather grainy. So I did what I could, but it's not great, but I love it. I mean, just the because I like the subject matter. Our Duchess of Sussex, Katie Lee, and I forget the guy's name, but he's one of the hairdressers. Um, but yeah, so very cool. That party was great. From what I could see of it, it was great, especially when they brought in the gospel choir. I don't know whose idea that was, but that was amazing. That was amazing. I just wish I could have found more of it to share, but until such times, or time that is, until such time. Okay, let's keep it moving. Perlina Answer, thank you so much for being here. And the surprise from yesterday, if you recall, just as I was about to go on, Harry kind of surprised everyone with that television appearance yesterday. Let's go through it rather quickly if we can. There's Harry exchanging a jersey with I don't know if it was for him. I think it was for him, maybe. But then again, he presented that jersey to the young lady that was there. So hard to say. But anyway, Prince Harry joins TSN broadcast to talk Grey Cup and preview the 10th edition of the Invictus Games. Right? The 10th edition of the Invictus Games. And unfortunate uh, that, or should I say, very fortunate that he was able to um, do this interview out there on the field like that. That was very cool. I think it surprised people because I think the desk that they're sitting, they actually bring that out at, I guess at the halftime or something like that. But yeah, it was very nice though. Okay, there we go. That's the desk I'm talking about. Quick review from yesterday, just in case you missed it. Calavita, thank you so much for being here. Huh? Uh huh. Wow. Uh huh. You tell him. Give him hell, Harry. Give him hell. Very, very cool. And this, of course, is Prince Harry. Welcome to Canada, we stopped by the Invictus Games booth at the 111th Grey Cup Festival and can't wait to see all these servicemen and women compete this February in Vancouver. Enjoy the game. Our football, a little different from yours. Now, that was very considerate to remind them. And of course, they had the Grey Cup yesterday. All right. Go through these kind of fast. That was from yesterday. And okay, yep, that just explains what happened yesterday. We went over that. And we can get back over here with this one. All right. Okay. And let's keep it moving. There we go. So that was a view of the Jumbotron. I know I shared it yesterday, but this one is even better than the one from yesterday. Bigger, clearer, all of that. I fancy. Okay, let me do that. All right, and I love this photo right here. Look at the Hollywood producer. Look who is ready to produce on television, um, the cinema, whatever. Harry knows his business. But there's something to be said about that because once you've been on television and you've been around and you know how the setup goes, then of course you get to be an old hack at these things. And as we know, sorry about the chair. As you know, Harry is he pretty much learns a lot of things by example. He will study, he will read. I mean, after all, he's one of the few people in the world who could fly that Apache helicopter, one of the most technically advanced machines in the world. So, and there you go. These photos are great. By the way, Dorothy Ross sent a message today, let me know that she's doing well. That was good to hear. Let me, before I forget, sorry about that, but before I forget, thank you very much, Dorothy Ross. And then there is someone else who sent something. I don't want to say the name, but MS is the name. Oh, you love the podcast. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. That is good to know. And let me see. Okay. Anyway, there was someone else that sent me a PayPal, and that was much earlier today, and it was very generous. So you know who you are. Thank you very much for the PayPal. Greatly appreciate it. But okay, gonna keep moving here. But yeah, I love this photo, by the way. That's what I meant to say. I love these photos. They're so clear. Harry looks so comfortable. You know what I'm saying? He looks very comfortable. He's in a place where he's not waiting for one of those I gotcha questions or anything like that. And there is a crowd of thousands around, and they could not have been nicer. They could not have been nicer. It was just beautiful. I loved everything about yesterday. And what a nice surprise it was. Let me see if I can find give me just a second. This shan't take long. Okay, producer. There we go. I'm going to put that one up. And do I have the other one? What the heck? I'll put that one up too. Okay, you're going to love this. You are going to love this. There you go. Executive producer, His Royal Highness Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. The media can't see. I made that thumbnail for one of my videos some time ago, and this is like one of my favorite thumbnails. And so is this one. The producers. There you go. Harry and Meghan, the producers. I mean, after all, they do have a production company. Love this one. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite thumbnails. That one and this one. The me you can't see, or more like it, the me you can't be. The me you can't be, Willie. That's it. He should produce a made for TV movie called The Me You Can't Be, the Willie Leak story, right? Or that line came from a movie, when a stranger calls, right? Well, um for William, we'll just call it like it is. The calls are coming from inside the house. There you go. Speaking of which, I wonder if they got a phone call when someone jumped that fence over at the Windsor Castle, the Windsor Great Park. By the way, you guys, they were never in any danger. Trust and believe. They were never in any danger. They probably did not have eyes on that little parking area or whatever, but they were not in danger. It's just another attempt to get people to feel sympathy for slumlords. I wish I had an echo effect for that. So every time I say it, there would be an echo. They just want people to feel sorry for those slumlords, slumlords, slumlords. I am getting too comfortable saying that. What does that say about me? I am getting too comfortable referring to them as slumlords. But it's the truth. It's the truth. Everybody knows that they treat those people like savages. They absolutely treat them like savages. It is so yeah, so uncouth of them. Yeah. Okay. And let me keep this moving. Ah, love that one too. Love that one too. Yes, that is so cool. Well, the reason why he's doing that is because while he was doing the interview or while he was setting up, someone yelled from the stands. And, well, of course, he didn't want to be rude. Let me see if I can find that for you. Okay. Is this it? Or is that it? I'm going to say it's this one. So proud of that guy. You know what? I just realized I do not have that one because that's when he was seated at the bureau or desk or whatever. So yeah, that one I do not have because that was a made for TV interview and I didn't think it would be proper for me to share it. So hello, Joan Commonwealther. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Oh, wait, that's someone else that says that. But anyway, thanks for being here. Lorna Murray, thank you so much for being here. But yeah, what a reception he got. It is such a contrast to the welcome that William received in Northern Ireland, Liverpool, just about any place he's ever gone. Boston. Remember when Will and Kate went to the game in Boston and they were booed and they said seemed like Kate had never clapped before. Oh man. You know what? I'm in such a good mood. I'm not going to start dragging them just yet. I'll save that for later. If then, but if I recall, this was the reception that they received in Boston.
Get a chance to meet with the royal family, and if not, how was it like having them there in the building?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
The Prince and Princess of Wales.
Oh, no, I did not. I'm only familiar with one royal family. I don't know too much about that one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, that burned. And burned and burned and burned. I think Johnny Cash described it, and it burns, burn, burn, like a ring of fire. Yes, it burned like a ring of fire. Yep. Well, there was only one other person that I know of who could probably have responded properly to that. And well, anyway, she became a viral hit, did she not?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, would you like to meet the Prince and Princess of Wales or the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, as it was at the time? Would you like to meet them?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much. How about if you take a selfie and send it to them?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, well, apparently ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. All right. Don't say that I didn't ask. Ah, there we go. A nice collage as only the Sussex squad can do it. So I'm thinking Harry must have given that jersey to him. And then what jersey did she get? Oh, the one with the 24 on it. Okay, I got it. So Harry did not get a jersey. So the guy presented the girl the jersey, the guy in the middle, and Harry presented the guy with the jersey. Okay, I got that. Took me a minute to catch on, but I think I got it. But yeah, Harry looks so happy. Oh my goodness, he looks so happy. And he deserves it. He deserves it. He works so hard trying to protect his mother's memory, also doing service because it's just the right thing to do. You know, even though he's a big time Hollywood producer. Wait, where is it? Even though he and Meghan are big time Hollywood producers, they still find time to be of service to their community. So don't let the credentials confuse you. He is still the same Harry, especially that Harry that was one of two executive producers for the Me You Can't See, which was phenomenal. Love that series. Okay. Let me take that away. Ah, there we go. Prince Harry meets with children in Vancouver. It says Prince Harry will meet with children in Vancouver on Monday as part of his work with the Invictus Games to bring the event to schools everywhere. The Duke of Sussex surprised football fans Sunday, appearing at the Grey Cup in Vancouver before the Toronto Argonauts took on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Invictus Games will be held in Vancouver and Whistler from February the 8th through the 16th, 2025. I believe there may still be seats available. It's not too late to book your trip to Vancouver. And remember, at that altitude and in that part of the world, even though there is likely to be snow on the ground, it really doesn't get that cold. That's what they say. It really doesn't get that cold. Not as cold as you imagine. In the picture, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in Whistler, BC, Prince Harry visited Whistler's famed Olympic sliding track in May and slid down it head first on a skeleton sled. Yes, it's a real bone shaker, they say. Topping speeds of 99 kilometers per hour. You know, that is, oh, it was so dangerous. That is, I know Meghan was a bundle of nerves. I know she was. But being the very, loving wife that she is, she was just like, all right, you do you, boo. I ain't about to try it, but you do you. Plus, her hair was looking amazing. I wouldn't want her to do that. And anyway, there goes some of the kids right there. You might recognize that image from the thumbnail. Speaking of thumbs, please don't forget to hit that like button. It is probably the best way that we can keep the lights on over here. It does a lot of good for the algorithm when you hit that thumbs up, when you show your approval of this particular Sussex friendly channel. It helps to bring more viewers, which brings in turn more ad revenue, et cetera, et cetera. So please, even if you're watching television, go through that menu and try to figure out how to hit that like button. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to share with you some images of the children, or as most people in Western English speaking countries say, the children or the children. That's how my relatives from the South would say it. The children. Whose children is those? The children. Okay, so let me do this one for you. Is that the right one? I should not think so. Oh, okay. Yes, it's a little of this and a little of that.
But I was very let down.
Okay. That music, I cannot allow that one because that one might get me in trouble. That's copyright. So that one has to go. I should have mixed it with something else. But anyway, you can see Harry interacting with the kids, and he's doing the sit down volleyball. There we go. And that's from yesterday. Walk! You better walk, Harry.
Thank you for serving your country. For a great come together. We'll all be cheering on Team Canada as they represent our nation at the Games in February.
All right. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun? Yeah. And Harry is looking good. Harry is looking good. Hey! Okay. Let me take that away. All right. Very cool. So, what does that look like It looks like they're doing like one of those big exams for like what do they call it? The Iowa test or something like that. It looks like they're doing that Iowa test, but whatever it is, it looks cool. But they were given an assignment, like what does Invictus mean or something like. But look at all those people around. Look at all those people around. All of those people. I'm pretty sure, since that is a school, that those people have places they need to be, but instead they all rush to this area so that they can see Prince Harry. How sweet is that? I'm like, ain't y'all got someplace else you're supposed to be? Don't you have a thing? There you go. Nice one-on-one interaction. And notice that the disposition of the children is greatly different compared to the rest of the family that just those Windsors, they're lazy, entitled, and the Sussexes are just everything that they are not. I'm enjoying this week because Harry just being himself is more compelling than that group of backwards children that, you know, used to get into his business too much. Okay. Yes. What a surprise. I don't know what the surprise is, but that is very cool. Noby D. Hey, Noby D. Thank you so much for being here. And you know what? I'm calling this the moment. Harry, his goal was to inform the next generation as to what Invictus is about. Because, sure, the athletes and their families, but he wants to educate kids at schools all over, whether it's in Canada or the United States, regardless of that, because Harry, well, not just Harry, but if volunteers or whatever from Invictus would teach the principles of Invictus to the the random school students, maybe that would reduce bullying. Maybe people can understand that you can be different and still be a whole and complete person. And then let us not forget that it is all part of the overall well-being of not just the veteran, but their families. See, what I think is so good about the Invictus Games is that those families that arrive at the Invictus Games, they have an opportunity to be around motivated, driven people that, yes, may have suffered a horrendous injury, but they're not sitting at home feeling sorry for themselves. And just think how many of those veterans over the years have told Prince Harry, I was just on my way out of here, if you know what I mean. But then someone asked me, have you heard of Invictus? And ever since that time, those people have found their dignity and self-respect. They have been more available to their families. It's a win-win. So I'm thinking that look he has on his face is because he is interacting with these kids, and these kids are learning that a injury or an injury, a life-altering change of your body doesn't mean that you have to be disabled does not mean unable, right? Disabled does not mean unable, which is what we've learned from the Invictus athletes, is that even the worst injuries, especially those that are invisible, they just have this innate ability to get on with it. And isn't that a relief? So, yeah, those kids are learning a lot today, or have learned a lot. Okay. And right here, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Oh, by the way, and that look that look means that Harry knows, and this is just my words, not his, but I think it means that he realizes that the connection has been made, and that these kids are going to be such an asset to anyone who may be suffering from some catastrophic injury or illness or something like that, because um, I think it really teaches empowerment, right? It teaches the value of empowerment, of understanding. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, meets with high school students during the Invictus Games 2025 school program lunch event at Seaforth Armory in Vancouver. So, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of the high school photos, but there are a few. I mean, you can see there's a high school student right there next to him. Um, yeah, I think those are still the younger kids. There was a video for the high schoolers, but I didn't think I could play that one for you. But yeah, so it's not just one age group. I would imagine that it goes across at least two age groups or two classes. So that is very cool. Let's see. Connie Balmer says all that talent was drowned with nonsense on Salty Island. That is true. That is so true. Um, Extraordinary changes, especially the changes that could have benefited Salt Island, but extraordinary changes have been going on for the past few years. And what makes it so much greater is that the Sussexes are not tethered by that institution right now. They can make these events in their own image. Let me see. Barbara Richardson says Harry understands that effective change for the future begins with our children. Hear, hear. Yeah, that is a what is it? Duchess Royal Jewelry Box. That is a that is a good argument. That is a good explanation for it. Is that them moving about separately? Because yeah, I'm going to tell you why that makes so much sense. Because Harry, you know how they always say, "Oh, Harry looks so sad and so grumpy." Harry is thinking about security for his boo. Harry is constantly making sure that things are safe for our Duchess. His eyes scanning the horizon back and forth. That takes a lot out of a person. And while I'm pretty sure that that they have gone through some extraordinary measures for their safety, they likely have a good team working with them with their safety, but still things do happen. So best to be ever vigilant. Thank you so much for your comment. Okay. Oh, there we go. And there's another exchange. Now, you know what? Y'all know Harry has lost a lot of weight since he met the Duchess of Sussex. And if you ask me, his behind is about as poor as a chicken wing, meaning that he ain't got that much back there to be sitting on them hard, cold floors. And so that bottom photo in the center and the one on the right, where, you know, it seems like you can see him showing his bottom. I guess what I'm trying to say is, okay. I think what I'm trying to say is he probably needs a cushion. He probably needs a cushion. He ain't got enough behind to be sitting on that floor like that. But yeah, so maybe that's why it seems like he's rolling over in pain, because maybe he is in pain. You know what I mean? That little bones on that hard floor. Harry ain't got no booty like that. So yeah, he's He's probably suffering and don't know how to say so. I think it's funny. Look at him. And you know it hurts when you cross one leg. You know that, right? You know your behind hurts when you cross one leg. As a matter of fact, that's not even a wooden floor. That looks like cold concrete. What was he thinking? I think he's doing his best to try to play it off, but his butt hurts. I know that look anywhere. I think it's funny, though. It's cute. Yeah. Listen, we love Harry, but he ain't got much of a behind. His behind about poor as a chicken wing. Ain't enough meat there to make a sandwich. Ain't enough meat to dip into the sauce. So that's okay. He's never been fit or healthier than what he is today. Thanks to the Duchess of Sussex. There you go. Invictus Games 25. And we are Invictus Games Seaforth Armory. Well, they had the kids kind of busy today. That is very cool. Wait, is that possible? Where? Where's official Lauren Brown? It's been a while, I think. Anyway, I don't see you, but anyway, thank you. I think Lauren Brown is here. There you go. Official Lauren Brown, thank you for joining us. Always welcome to be here, of course. Thank you very much. Yes, it has been way too long. You get a bell for coming back. All right. Let me go to the next one here. Now, this look at Harry's face. His butt hurts on that cold concrete floor. He shouldn't be on that floor. I don't know why, what makes me think of that, but he should not be on that floor. He ain't got enough behind for that. He just doesn't. It's just the truth. And I cannot make it untrue just because he's our fave. But one more time. Take a look. Now tell me that his behind ain't killing him. I'm so sorry I noticed that, but I could not unsee it. His behind hurts. He's sitting on that cold concrete floor, and there's they should have brought him like a cushion from out of one of them chairs or something. Like your royal no buttness, here, take this cushion. Anyway, always smiling for the camera. Very, very sweet photo. Love that. A great, great day for him and for Invictus. And then, of course, it would not be complete without a speech. So let me see if I can cue that for you. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute. Baby, you must not know about... Okay, I almost got it set up here. Yeah, I love that song, Irreplaceable, by Queen Bey.
Seeing them learn about the Invictus Games has had a profound impact on me, because this is where Invictus starts to go even wider, outside of the Invictus community, into schools in Canada and hopefully across around the world.
So the Invictus Games, it's a multi-sport event for wounded in...
Okay. Yeah, so that's what he had to say, is that, well, let me do that again. It was so short.
Seeing them learn about the Invictus Games has had a profound impact on me because this is where Invictus starts to go even wider, outside of the Invictus community, into schools in Canada and hopefully across around the world.
So the Invictus Games.
Okay. So that's what Harry had to say about the Invictus Games. Judy Matassit, not only are you a member of Royal Sussex, but thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Hi, Barbara Richardson. Did I say hi earlier? Ingrid Soares wants to say hi to a few people. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Oh, well, you know what? I didn't realize that I had put these together, but there is a short report that goes with that. Let me see here. Is that the one? Looks like we made it. Look how far we come, my baby. Might have come the long way. But just look what da, 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 da. And you know what? I do not have it blasted. Okay, I'll have to try that again later. Was that it?
And
Nah, that's not it. All right, never mind. There was a longer speech, and I wanted to play that for you. But let me see if I can do this quickly, very quickly. We're still together. We're holding on. Okay. No bueno. I cannot. I do apologize. I think I forgot to save it. I had it ready and until I didn't. So well, there's that one. I was just kind of distracted by this hideous dress that one of the members of the royal family was wearing today. And I mean, it was such an eyesore, and that's probably distracted me. It was another one of those floral monstrosities. Something that looked like it can irritate the octave nerves. But again, I digress. Yeah, I don't see it. Or do I? No, I don't. I give up. Okay, next. I love that picture right there. That's why I put it twice. I love that photo. Take a look here. Prince Harry channels his inner sports anchor on Grey Cup pre-show. Let's go. The Duke of Sussex stopped by the Canadian Football League Championship game to promote his Invictus Games. Well, anyway, we kind of went over that. But take a look at the collage that one of the squatties put together. What I love about the collage is that it reminds us of the appeal that the Sussexes have, because the least little thing they do, and they're all over the known media, trashy media as well as the traditional media. And if it's the Duchess of Sussex, it's a twofer. because not only is it the usual media, but then, of course, it begins to focus on the fashion world, like what she wore and what she wore. So there's that too. Okay. Now, did I put this in the wrong order? Okay, yes, it is in the wrong order. But take a look there. Now, I didn't want to identify the person who posted this, but always interesting to see how the narrative changes over the years. Becky, that's as in Becky the Blob, observed that they were very reserved with Meghan in 2023. In 2024, she's been told that they reached out, meaning that the royal family has been reaching out to Meghan. So very reserved means that there's almost zero attempts to contact that person, right? Meaning the Duchess of Sussex. But the idea that in 2024, she's been told, meaning that someone in the royal family or someone who works for the royal family has leaked or briefed the idea that the royal family has been reaching out to her. What in the world would make them all of a sudden so eager to seem to as though they have been in quiet contemplation trying to decide how to get in touch with Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex? What's the advantage of that? The advantage of it is that I would say the popularity of the royal family was already an all-time low. 48%. They were underwater for the first time. Because the Queen is not here. Charles does not deserve the level of respect that he hopes for because of his adulterous affair that actually was crowned on Coronation Day. You took your side piece into that church and put a crown on her head. I don't think people get how bothered that a lot of people were about that. It bothered me, and I'm not necessarily the most religious person in the world. Meaning that I don't usually go to church. However, even though, well, yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is that people will never forgive Camilla, and people will never forgive him for the way Diana was treated. There seems to be a lot of people willing to go out on a limb and say nasty things about Diana now. They'll write books saying that she was mentally ill and all of those things, paranoid, and they could even get one of her sons to, co-sign it. But it's not true. It's just not true. So they're trying to reach out to Meghan. Remember, they were worried about Meghan. They were worried about Harry, especially Harry. They were like, oh, what did William say? I just can't put my arms around my brother. What is that supposed to mean? I worry about who he's speaking to out there in California. Some of the best institutions of higher learning, medical and mental health is available in California. Who are the people that he's referring to? So, yeah, this is gaslighting. This is propaganda. And it's also meaningless. They want the public to believe that they have reached out to Meghan and we're not such bad slumlords after all. But if you don't consider the fact that they may possibly according to them, and what they, briefed to Rebecca English, the gatekeeper, then not only are they slumlords, they're also very kind and gentle, um, thoughtful slumlords. That's all. With a capital S. But they're slumlords. Okay. So I Am Sage said, amazing job in 2023. And thus she's actually speaking to the person who put those two slides up. I mean, well, let's do the black highlighted letters, or the blackened letters there. The palace were expecting a hatchet job, but the sheer maliciousness of the claims in Omid Scobie's book has left them all reeling, writes Rebecca English, the gatekeeper. And compare that to the other article where it says, the sweet sisterly gesture that shows Sophie Wessex has become Kate's wing woman, and as Rebecca English reveals, a source of strength during cancer treatment. What cancer? But anyway, that's all very sweet. But as for Sophie, her brother-in-law is a slumlord. And as for Kate, her father-in-law is, I can't do that again. I'm hurting my voice. So the Sussexes flying solo. Harry and Meghan's individual weekend appearances show how their twin track approach is taking shape. There has been no declaration of them going it alone. You all know that, right? All of this is to distract from what Charles and William really are, especially as winter sets in. That's all. See there? You can't possibly understand how much joy it's bringing me to see the British press panic to such degrees. Like Harry is right beside Meghan, but they cut him out of they cut him out to paint a certain narrative of them going their separate ways, perhaps in an effort to smoke them out to do more joint appearances together. You see there? We know that Harry and Meghan were together in this photo. As a matter of fact, it's part of a video. Harry and Meghan were wearing their, what do they call those things? The poppies, the red poppy things, for a couple of reasons. But anyway, I didn't say slumlord, did I? Okay. It's kind of like if I don't declare people in that family a slumlord every every 10 minutes, I feel like I have not done my duty. I honestly hope Harry and Meghan continues to pursue their interests and work separately. Anything to make the tabloid press lose more money, I'm so down for. So that's it. Either cover those slumlords or lose money. There's money to be made covering Charles and William right now. And as I think that's Zandy Sussex, is that Sussex Soldier? Harry was trending, and so was Meghan. See there? They were trending today. Now, of course, the trendings that you get on Twitter, I think it may differ from one person to another, one account to another, but still, Harry and Meghan was trending today. So Just goes to show the extent of their popularity. Oh, yes, the Ministry of Hex, who you can find on, where can you find him? On that thing. TikTok.
Don't worry, nothing to get.
Ready?
Morning, friends. Happy Monday. What's this one? Don't worry, nothing to get that excited about. It's just Prince Harry again on international television promoting his amazing Invictus charity at a rugby match in Canada. Yes, he's literally channeling his inner sports anchor being replayed all over the world and within the stadium to resounding cheers, I've got to say, to make sure the world knows about Invictus and the great work that it does. It's not about him. I've said it before. He uses the media to shine a light on the things that we should all be talking about, in this case, Invictus. And you can imagine, as the UK wakes up this morning, there are minions running around Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace thinking, why can't other non-working members of the royal family get this type of coverage? Well, the answer is simple. It's all
Slumlords.
about your inner karma and your personality. That's why people are drawn to Harry. That's why he gets these opportunities. I watched the full interview. It was great.
Okay, so there you go. Again, that is the Ministry of Hacks, who's available on TikTok. Thank you very much, Peach Rose. Hit that like button, please. Let's help keep the lights on. Okay. So one of the squaddies, actually a couple of squaddies, a couple different people posted these, the parallel of the Sussex wedding and the real life Disney, or what am I saying, real life Disney wedding, or the fantasy Disney wedding. I thought that was pretty cool. I could see it. I can dig it. I can dig it. Yes, I see it. How much fun is that, huh? I love it. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, oh. I mean, that's just a face when you see it, you just scream. You let out this primal scream. Less people should think that you're safe, right? That is Godzilla, the queen consort. Well, apparently it's been a rough day for her. That's why I wanted to picture her in black today. Not only is her husband a slumlord, well, let's start with that. King Charles owns dozens of homes for rent that don't meet vital minimum energy standards. So again, I'm going to defer to the Minister of Hacks to help out with that one.
Morning, friends. Well, it would appear that the British royal family are not great landlords anywhere. A couple of weeks ago, we heard the news that rented accommodation in the Duchy of Cornwall falls below the legal minimum standard for thermal efficiency and heating. Tenants there living with mold, damp in very cold properties. And now, surprise, surprise, in another royal family property, they have a lot of property. King Charles also owns accommodation where the tenants are forced to live with single glazing that's rotten, and the homes are also cold and damp. If you didn't know, in the UK this morning, it's 7:30 in the morning. There's nowhere in the UK that didn't drop below 0 degrees centigrade last night. It's an absolutely freezing cold morning with frost everywhere. And one of the richest families on the planet are leaving their tenants in the coldest, dampest, most miserable accommodation just before Christmas. King Charles hates double glazing, apparently. No, he hates having to spend money on proper glazing to keep his tenants warm. Comments are open. Let me know what you think.
Thank you, Ministry of Hacks. Thank you so much. It almost seems like I could have taken a bite of a granola bar while he was talking. I'm not saying I did, but I'm not saying I didn't either. Okay. So after examining energy performance certificates for scores of the West Norfolk estate, we have found more than 30 properties owned by the king fail to meet minimum requirements. Slumlord. Now, sad farewell. This is the other thing. Not only is Camilla married to one of the most notorious people in the world since Scrooge, or the Grinch that stole Christmas. Take a look here. Sad farewell to Beth, the Queen's much-loved companion from Battersea. Dogs and cats home who brought such joy, whether on walkies, helping on official duties, or curled up by the fire. So they're being rather dramatic, but I think they're trying to say that the dog died. And of course, I really got concerned because I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say it. Victoria Ward, a sad day for the Queen the Queen consort, as she mourns the loss of her rescue terrier, Beth. What is Beth short for? What is Beth short for? Bethany? Beth. Well, for some people, they might say Bethany, but what are the chances that Camilla, the Queen consort, has purchased, or should I say rescued, a dog and named it Beth, as in Elizabeth? Ain't that a trip? You know, she could have called that dog any name, but she chose Beth. That's shade. That is shade. That is shade. Now we know what she thought of her mother-in-law. But who the hell am I fooling? Charles probably told her to do it. Charles probably told her to do it. But that was shade. Very shady. A dog named Beth. Oh, well. So apparently Camilla is in mourning. So you guys, whereas I usually drag her, I have decided that I am going to take the high road with Camilla, the Queen consort, as we recognize a period of mourning. I'm just kidding. There's no letting off of that thing, that person. There's no letting off of her. I'm gonna drag. So they're trying to build up some sympathy, guys. I don't know if that dog died of natural causes or was sacrificed, but they need something to help build that family back up. So Camilla in her chest coat, and a dog died. Charles with his prostate and now mystery stomach illness. neither one of them or either one of them are willing to tell us what kind of cancer they had. We will be in the woods about that for a long time, if ever it is revealed. Because, as they say, some people don't think it was cancer. But here's Camilla at the women's shelter for battered women. And yeah, she's a real hard ass. So she doesn't know how to cry. She hasn't cried since they were late with her home delivery of booze or whatever, or cigarettes. That was the last time anybody saw her cry. Either her cigarettes were running late or the drinks were running late. That, of course, is enough to make her cry. But the idea that she lost her beloved pet and she's just so upset and she's trying to push tears out of her eyes, but of course not for the dog, for the women's shelter. The woman who made Diana's life miserable has the nerves to become the patron of a women's shelter. So for, what it's worth, she's sitting there trying to cry, making those faces in front of the camera. Look at her. But when she tried to cry, the only thing that happened is she started looking like a silky chicken. If you cry so hard that you start looking like a silky chicken, stop crying. Stop crying. I mean, seriously, she's pushing the tears so hard that she looks like a silky chicken. Hey, soul brother, thank you so much for being here. So, yeah, kind of confusing, isn't it? I mean, you think she's trying to well up the tears, but instead it's Charles. She looks like a silky chicken. Yep. Well, I guess if you think about it, it is one way to cheer up the women down at the center where she's volunteering or whatever, or patron, because all she has to do is just show up and make that face, and they won't even know the difference. They won't even notice that she's not crying. Not at all. Anyways, but I know what will cheer up Camilla, especially for the loss of her canine. If you want her to feel better, just get her one of those Folsom and Mason bags of money. The ones that they're passing around up there at Dumfries' house. That'll make her feel better. Okay. And of course, this will help ease her nerves. Let her disrobe and sit around in her, undergarments and sip some whiskey. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. She'll be fine in no time. She'll forget she ever had a dog. And of course, there's nothing more relaxing than quiet contemplation on the loo. So, yeah, if you just leave her at it between whatever beverage of choice and she'll be all right. She'll be all right in quiet contemplation. And also, just as a warning to the queen consort, too much stress and too much worry is not really conducive to a healthy look, because the older she gets, because some people think she secretly still smokes cigarettes, and because she's been known to throw back a drink or two. um I think she is slowly turning into um Ernest Borgnine. Every time I see her, she bears a striking resemblance to the actor Ernest Borgnine. And with that, you guys, I'm afraid I am done for the night. I am done. It's amazing how much they look alike, though, isn't it? Ernest Borgnine, Hollywood actor, and Camilla, the queen consort, spitting image of one another. Good night, Elaine Parker. Thank you so much. TCC Son, you just joined us, I think, maybe, right? Anyway, we're about to take off. It's been an hour and 17 minutes. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. There should be like a character made from a silky chicken in a children's book. Camilla bought the Queen concert. Oh Lord. Yeah, if she's gonna name her dog, the one that just died, if she named her dog Beth, which I think is offensive to the Queen, I think I am going to start a little menagerie of my own and get a silky chicken and name it Camilla. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. How dare she? How dare that woman? That woman. Okay. Are we all good? I'm looking at your comments. Are we all good? I know I'm on early tonight. I don't think I'm going to be back on later. I think we are done for today. If I do anything later, it'll probably be an edited video. But yeah, I'm not going to come back on later. But it was a good day, you guys. It was a good day. It was good to see Harry out there mixing it up, educating about the virtues of the Invictus Games. Hello, Nobel Peace Prize. That's right. Hello, Nobel Peace Prize. Your Royal Highness, they need you in Oslo. I don't know, something about a prize. Okay. All right. I think we're good. No comments, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a ball to retire to side. I always wanted to be a baseball announcer. If only I knew what was going on. Oh, I wish you would sing. Oh, sweet. Oh, you have a 95-year-old patient? Aw. Are they there now? Gosh, what would I sing? Hmm. Oh, I know. I know. One of my favorite songs for this time of year, although my voice is awful today, let me see what I can do. No, not that one. Oh, well, I like that song. I am coming back later. No, I wasn't gonna come back later. I think this should do it for now. I wish I could, but I don't think well, if something comes up, of course, I'll be back. But otherwise, I don't think I'm coming back later. Mm. And a few of the courtiers. Camilla Tominey looked so upset when Boris Johnson said those nice things. Yep. Okay. I can only give you love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time you call. And the only heart I own for you and you alone. That's all. That's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm the winter nights. That's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time could never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore, for now and evermore. That's all. That's all. Let's see. What is this? Oh, I thought you were giving me that to stop singing. I thought that was for me to stop singing. But anyway, I'll take it. Thank you very much. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that was very nice of you. I appreciate you, Baron, and all you do for the Sussexes of. Oh yeah, let me get that up there. Of Montecito, where there are no leaks. There are no leaks, and there are no slumlords. No leaks and no slumlords. Oh, thank you, TCC, son. And thank you for the super chat. Isn't that a sweet song? I love that song. That was one of those songs I loved the first time I ever heard it. The odd thing is, I did not think I knew it. I knew the melody because I heard someone play it on the piano, and I was like, "Oh, that's beautiful." And then when I knew that there were lyrics to it, I'm like, "Oh, wow, I love that song." Yeah, I like the way it transitions back and forth. There are those, I am sure, who have told you. Just beautiful. They would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time could never destroy. Oh, I get goosebumps. I love that song. Oh, really? Who told you that? Wow. Okay. Oh, Media Magazine. Oh, you're quite welcome. I'm sure that they're going to have trouble waking you up. It's going to be all of those cats meowing and dogs barking, and yeah. And of course, like in any sci-fi movie, you know danger's near when you see all the birds migrating. That's like one of the first clues. Okay, so we better get going then. Thank you all very much. Afro Annie and her Newports. Her Afro pick and her Newports. That's what makes her so familiar to me. The first time I saw those Newports and that Afro pick, which reminds me of another song. The first time ever I saw your Newports, I felt the earth. And I knew that Afro pick meant you were biracial. Oh well. Mashar is here. Hey Mashar, wherever you are. We're just about done. Yeah. Okay, what are we going to close with today? Let's close with the Madam Duchess. Oh, I wasn't ready yet. Or was I? Wait, how do I do that? Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed it. I'm sorry I missed it. Okay. All right. All right. Just reading some of your comments here. All right. Love you guys. I will see you. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, thank you, Connie Bomber. Okay. All right. And we're out. How do I get out of here?